Plazas are where the community gathers and brings life to the city. Public spaces are key assets in a city. It is what gives the city its character and life. Think of New York, Madrid, Barcelona, Rome, London, and Paris, and how the most successful money-making, tourist-driven spots are the plazas and pedestrian streets. But not all cities are able to create successful plazas.
The city of San Diego has plazas but lacks in having a successful character-defining space, resulting in unsuccessful plazas. According to the City of San Diego's Parks and Recreation Department, there is 41,712 acres of developed and undeveloped parkland, joint use, and open space throughout the city. We also have an identity crisis, believing the waterfront is Miami and J Street is Brooklyn. But why are they failing? And how can we improve them? Can we give San Diegans a public place of belonging? Today, we'll be looking at different plazas in San Diego, critiquing their ability to bring life to the city. We'll be looking at Horton Plaza, Balboa Park, and the Seaport Village Police Headquarters. Balboa Park, what was once the site of the 1915 Panama, California Exposition and the California Pacific International Exposition, is one of the oldest parks in the United States and is a national landmark. Covering 1,200 acres, the park includes 18 major museums, an infamous zoo, a golf course, several performing arts venues, dog parks, gardens, native vegetation, and open spaces. In 2015, the American Planning Association called Balboa Park San Diego's flagship open space and recreational heart of the city. According to the Balboa Park Benefit Study, the park has an estimated 4.6 million visitors annually. Many tourists have stated that the Balboa Park was either influential or the main reason for their visit to San Diego, due to the several activities occurring throughout the park, as well as its historic value. More than half of these visitors are local residents. Local residents visit Balboa Park an average of 10 times per year. ParkScore Park Evaluator tool estimates that about 40,000 people live within a 10-minute walk to the many entrances of Balboa Park. As you can see, Balboa Park's main attraction is the obvious reasonably sized fountain. This water feature acts as a main entertainment center for photographers, tourists, and especially kids. This fountain was once the center of action between children, allowing them to run, splash, and dwaddle in the fountain's water. Unfortunately, the city inserted a "Keep Out" sign in the fountain, forcing children to only run around it and wiggle in temptation to get in. You can get to Balboa Park via car, bike, foot, bus, and the old trolley. An attractive aspect of Balboa Park is that it's full of walkers, runners, bikers, and people watchers. The park only gets to its full capacity during the many events it hosts, but during the ordinary time it holds a comfortable amount of people to people watch and has secluded areas as well.
Horton Plaza Park was originally designed in 1910 by famous San Diego architect Irving. The park is best known for the iconic Broadway fountain, which is believed to be the first fountain in the U.S. that combined water and electric lights. In partnership with Civic San Diego and Westfield Horton Plaza Park was transformed to be in hopes of a vibrant urban plaza. Restoration underwent for 4 years, opening in 2016. It ended up costing double past its budget, from $8 million to $17 million. Horton Plaza Park is surrounded by an urban context, a shopping center, offices, hotels, public transit stops, and dozens of restaurants and bars. The 1.2-acre park was originally half an acre. But due to the park hosting large events in the past, the restoration project allowed the park to expand to the size it is today. Sadly, much of its space is underutilized, creating large pockets of emptiness. Horton Plaza Park is intended to host concerts, food trucks, farmers markets, art shows, movies, and special events. But very few of these events has happened. In its opening year, it hosted almost 200 events. But this past year, it hosted only 20. In order for more activities to go on at the park, the city agrees for the park to host up to 200 events by 2019. Every night, the park puts on a 30-minute sound and light show at the interactive fountain. There is plentiful seating throughout the plaza, in the amphitheater, tables, and dining areas. Many people who work or live in the area go to Horton Plaza Park either to meet with clients, colleagues, or friends, or to enjoy open space. Some even come to take a quick nap. The main problem of Horton Plaza Park is its natural attraction towards homeless people and loiterers. Dozens of homeless people with their backpacks, sleeping bags, and sometimes shopping carts hang out scattered throughout the plaza. Many people either avoid coming to the plaza or keep their visits short due to the problem. In order to handle the homeless issue, the city of San Diego has budgeted $1,500,000 for private security. Security is seen here escorting someone away because of a security issue for others in the plaza. There has been instances of drug dealings, muggings, stabbings, and indecent exposure throughout the plaza ever since its opening last year. Despite the homeless problem, the plaza is in fair condition. The water feature in the center of the plaza is meant for people to interact and play in, especially on warm days. But this interactive fountain also creates a wasted space that can be used for more activities and future events. There is plenty of natural lighting because of its open space. The adjacent Bradley building creates a shadow, allowing visitors to have shade. There isn't much vegetation in the plaza except for the lawns in the north and the planters on the south end, which creates a separation between the plaza and the Balboa Theater.
The headquarters at Seaport Village was an old police headquarters, originally built in 1939, that brought all police operations together. In 1998, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places, and by 2013, Terramar Retail Centers rehabilitated the old police headquarters into a vibrant shopping, dining, and entertainment destination. Today we visited the site to check it out. Immediately, we noticed that it was only a convenient place to visit by foot. Biking and public transportation is a better option for visiting. But unfortunately, our city has not yet become public transportation dependent, and parking in downtown is difficult and expensive. The old police headquarters is surrounded by one main busy street and two other ones, which make it unattractive and out of people's way. There is plenty of space in this enclosed plaza. But because it is enclosed, it is not as inviting as an ordinary plaza. The entrances to the headquarters are somewhat difficult to find, as its entryways blend into the Spanish Revival architecture, and the anchor restaurants are the only tenants viewable in street view. Yes, a plaza should be enclosed by stores and restaurants, but unlike this plaza in Europe, that the streets literally lead people to this plaza, the headquarters is unattractive to access because of the busy streets that surround it and the enclosed nature of its walls. The headquarters currently has 22 tenants with 5 anchor restaurants. Shopping is another attraction to the site. On weekends, the police headquarters hosts many outdoor fun events, like this free one, Salsa Under the Stars. Many families come here, as well as older couples, shoppers, foodies, and of course, the tourists. As its main feature, the site provides a water fountain that acts as a calming factor and comforting white noise. Shading is provided under a big tree and umbrellas. Greenery surrounds the site and light posts to illuminate the night. And importantly, plenty of seating, but not many sitters. A clean atmosphere has been created here at the old police headquarters, but it's too bad that not many people can access it because of its poor street-to-site access. Does San Diego even want any public spaces to call their own? We went to Little Italy, a gem in the north of downtown San Diego, to show you just how badly San Diegans want more outdoor public spaces. These farmers markets are hosted every Sunday of the year, rain or shine, and although we were there filming on an off-season, take a look at how many people still show up. We were able to get in a few questions for the market manager.
My name is Diego. I'm a market manager here. This is a very urban neighborhood and very densely populated. For people looking for artisanal, fresh, local produce, there was no option within walking distance. Otherwise, you can get everything you need within walking distance. So addressing that need, the founder of the market communicated with the Little Italy Improvement Association and surrounding local businesses to coordinate the event. She attends weekly meetings to make sure that all the stakeholders are satisfied. And yeah, it's an ongoing customer relation with residents, with vendors, and with the improvements with the city, with the police department, all these things. It's a very densely populated area full of high-rises, but a lot of these people are actually tourists. There are a lot of hotels around here, and this is an excellent activity. It's open year-round because of our weather. That's a big factor for our success, is that we're able to operate year-round outdoors because of San Diego's weather.
The Little Italy Farmers Market is full of market vendors where you can shop for food, drinks like great coffee and craft juices, fruits and vegetables, art, clothing, bamboo socks, jewelry, and many other products. The market is so successful because of its surrounding shops, restaurants, and cafes. Another successful aspect to this market is the street converted promenade. The streets are blocked off and protect the pedestrians from cars. At the farmers market, you'll see old friends, families, lots of them, friends, kids, the occasional surveyors, girlfriends, more kids, tourists, Instagrammers, the retired mafia, and the most important kind, the people watchers. You also see dogs, because San Diegans are obsessed with their dogs. Lots of them. We have the biggest water feature of all three plazas combined, and that is the Pacific Ocean. We have an incredible view of the blue ocean that engulfs our city and harbor. Between all the people around, the sun beating down, and the heat of the food that's cooking, it gets very hot in this market. The sides of these streets are shaded by trees, and the vendors are protected by canopies. There are light posts that illuminate the pedestrian paths at night. And even though there is seating, people still have to take a seat on a step or on a curb. But the most important aspect of this footage is that people need to and love to interact and communicate with one another. This farmers market is just a taste of outdoor and urban experiences for San Diegans. And this here is pure proof that they need more of these community spaces in our city.